You are a star in the world, and I express the gratitude. You are a star in the world, and I express the gratitude. Thank you very much. As a career diplomat, when did you see a significant change in India's foreign policy as India rises?
That's it's not an easy one because it wasn't a single issue. 1992 was a very difficult year for us because we were looking at a very major economic crisis. And many of the reforms that we did then, I think, served us very well. Then I would move to 1998, which was, for years we had this, ambivalence. I would actually say the ambivalence was really indecision on becoming a nuclear weapon power. I think it was important that we crossed that Rubicon because today, in many ways, it enables us to deal with, competitive forces in a much more confident and assured manner. I would say thereafter, it's been very much more evolutionary. It's hard to say that year there was a decisive change, but all in all, to me, the last 10 years have been important, and obviously I have a political partiality in making that statement, but I would still say why I think those 10 years have been important is at home. We are doing the reforms that we should, not just the ones we must. That, we're not saying our backs are to the wall, so let me do something. We are actually doing things, looking ahead, planning for the future, saying, if I put a semiconductor industry in place, it means this. If I do logistics, it means this. If I double the number of universities and colleges, that gives me a better place. Now, these are not changes which are compelled. These are changes which are strategized. And to me, that gives me a lot of hope about what we can do because I can visibly see our domestic capacities increasing. These external is as the capacities grow and as with the change of leadership, I think there's a much greater confidence in actually in addressing the world. And I would say this, today if you go around the world, let's be honest, in most countries foreign policy is not popular. People don't want to do more. They don't, when foreign ministers meet, the common topic is how the budgets have shrunk. Okay, it's a common gripe of foreign ministers. We have to battle for your budget. Okay, I see the reverse in my country. There is an appetite to do more with the world. There is a sense of responsibility to the world. If you look at, for example, our first responder operations. We could take the view saying we are a $3,000 per capita country, so why should I send ships to the Gulf of Aden, or why should I send a responder team to an earthquake in Turkey, or whatever, depending on. But there is today, if I describe to you a sentiment in the country today. In my country today, foreign policy is popular. Dealing more with the world is popular. People feel both an obligation and a sense of pride about that. And that's for me been evolutionary, but it's human nature. Every 10 years you kind of look back and say, okay, where are we compared? And I think to me that's been hugely encouraging.
Well, Minister, it's a privilege to be with you today. It's been fascinating conversation. Thank you for the audience for your questions. But Mr. Minister, thank you for your answers. You are a star in the world, and I express the gratitude of all the audience.